So, today is Thursday, the 20th of January, and I feel a bit crap because I've just had to cancel tonight's stream. I've been feeling quite dodgy all day, and then after I had my dinner, I threw up. I got an email from the estate agents, the place that looks after the house that I currently live in. I'm in like a private rental, and our landlords have been kind of toying with the idea for the last couple of years of putting our rent up. And like I'm already at the top end of the budget whenever it comes to rent. So they were the estate agents were saying they were just, the contract's gonna need renewed and they just need to send someone out. So I'm now worried to death because I just have this feeling that this is the year that it's gonna get put up. When I get cancer, when I have to start going through chemotherapy and everything. So I already emailed them back, told them the situation, and told them that if they're going to increase the rent, like at all, like even if it's by a single pound, then they need to let me know ASAP because I need to move out. So I'm just hoping that that's not the case because I just don't need it right now. But that email's just been enough to send me off on another tangent of worry. So I think like not feeling so well all day. My stomach has been playing up, as you guys know. I've explained before, I've got a pre-existing stomach condition. It's a chronic condition. I'm never going to get any better from it, and it flares up constantly. So I could feel it starting to flare today. That's why I just thought, oh, I'll be all right. I'll be all right to stream. Hence why I have makeup on. Look, I have makeup on for the first time ever. um, so I got ready and everything. To stream. Then I got that email. I just eaten my dinner and I immediately threw up. It's like, God, why now? Um, like I have enough on my plate at the minute. Um, but of that on my mind now. On Tuesday past there, I had to cancel that stream as well because I had to go I was phoned on Monday and they asked me to come in then the following day. I had to go for a heart echo and like a heart ultrasound and stuff, obviously to see whether my heart is fit enough for chemotherapy. That also led me to worrying to death, not, like knowing I had the appointment. I knew that was going to come up, but more so whenever I went for the appointment. They spent about 20 minutes like going over my chest, and then I had to like flip around because I don't think I could get as good a clear signal or whatever. So to lie on my side, probably because my boob was getting in the way. I then to roll onto my side to check my heart, and then they were doing that for about 20 minutes, and then they went down and started doing like an ultrasound on my abdomen, and then they went up into my throat as well. So I'm like, oh God, have they seen something? How could this be? Like, oh, immediately, because that's just my personality type. I will immediately like go to the worst case scenario in every situation. But I tweeted about it, and a community member had replied to me. Blue, she's lovely. She is someone very young that has had cancer, not breast cancer though, and she said it's completely normal. If you've ever smoked in your life, then they will do that. They just have to. So she really did put my mind at ease massively, um, on that. But felt like really crappy about having to cancel my stream on Tuesday. But I'm still in recovery after the surgery and everything. Um, and I find like see doing one task a day, especially if it involves leaving the house, it floors me for the rest of the day. Like I need to go home and lie down. So whenever I was finished up at the hospital with my heart scanny thing, um, I came straight home and just lay down for the rest of the day. I really just needed to rest. I was exhausted. Um, when I got home, there was a letter waiting for me, and it was an appointment for this coming Tuesday. So that'll be Tuesday the 25th. Um, that's the big appointment. So I will be going in to meet with my team, and then they'll be discussing everything, treatment, the works. I think that my oncologist, as you guys know, I met with him there the other week. he gave me like a brief synopsis of everything. The appointment lasted maybe about half an hour or so. They told me on the letter for next Tuesday's appointment that it can last up to 4 hours. So it'll be a big info dump. They also told me, not in the letter, but whenever I see my oncologist there the other week, told me to make sure that I bring someone else with me because the amount of information that they'll give you, you'll need two sets of ears basically to be able to take it all in. So I'll have someone with me. I'll take a wee notepad and take notes and stuff like that. I also need to make out a list of things to ask whenever I'm there. I'm due to get my booster for the COVID vaccines. I'm due to get my booster in February. I need to ask whether that's all right. If I'm having chemotherapy at the time, will I be too ill to be able to get that? I don't know yet. I'll have to. I have a lot of questions, which leads me to, if you guys can think of any questions that are good for me to ask that mightn't come to my mind, will you please stick it in the comments for me? I will appreciate it massively, because there are only so many things that you can think of by yourself, and you always end up going out of these appointments, as I've learned, kicking yourself going, should I ask that? It's too late now. I know that you can always ring them back, but I'm not the only patient, you know what I mean, that these doctors have, and I don't like doing that because they're busy, they have other people to see, they're dealing with a lot of people that are going through the exact same thing as me, so I don't like to keep badgering them. I just try and use my opportunity of having the appointment whenever I have it. So if you guys can think of any questions that I need to ask, please put them in the comments. It'll help me massively. So that's basically where I am so far today, is now worried about whether I'm going to have somewhere to live or not. It'll never come to that, you know what I mean? I'm never going to be out in the street. Like, I have a lot of family and friends and people like around me that are willing to help right now, but it's the upset, the thought of having to like pack and move somewhere. What happens if, like, worst comes to worst, I have to move? What happens if I have to move into like somewhere in a really crappy area that I don't want to be? What if it's a really crappy house? You know, of like all these different things that I'm like worried about. And I know like you guys always give me the advice of like, just don't stop hindsighting. Well, not hindsighting, because that's like the other way around, but like, stop worrying over things that haven't yet happened. And I tell myself that on the daily. Stop worrying to death over hypotheticals. But I can't help it. It's just who I am. I lie awake at night and mull over things constantly, you know? I think that's probably a massive reason that I suffer from insomnia, because my brain is just too active with asking myself stupid questions like, do penguins have knees? These are the things that keep me awake. Only now it's not stupid things I'm thinking of, it's actual serious things that will greatly affect my life, and that have been greatly affecting my life. So that's where I am at the minute. I want to just say a massive thank you to everyone for their comments on last week's video. You have no idea what they mean. I know that they're just words, but words can change a person's entire day, their entire week, and how they are feeling at the time. Like, you guys type out some lovely, lovely sentiments to me, and it really does grab you by the scruff of the neck and pull you off the edge of falling into a depression. So thank you very, very much. I'm hiding my hair because my arm is too sore. I had a shower. Or no, I didn't. I'm telling lies. I had a bath, and I like washed my hair in the bath, but using the shower head, because I was too lazy to stand up and have a shower and wash my hair. But I've been quite sore on my side, and I was too sore to dry it and straighten it and everything that it needed done, so I've got a hat on it. You don't need to be concerned with what's under the hood. It's a mess. It's horrible. It's like Einstein's crazy brother. It's not a good look, so I thought, please don't do this to people on YouTube. Just hide it. So that's why I'm wearing a hat. But now I feel like I'm going to be sick again, so I'm going to quickly close this one up and I will catch you in just a brief moment because that's the wonder of video editing. It'll be an entirely new day for me, but it'll be the next instance for you. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it massively, and I'll catch you in like a split second. So bye. So today is Friday the 21st of January, and today I woke up to an amazing email, more than I could have hoped for. Oh, by the way, still haven't done anything with my hair. That's why I've got a hat on, because it's a mess. So anyway, I woke up to an email from the estate agents who deals with the house that I live in, and it said about, the rent and stuff going up. And they had said, unfortunately, that the landlords are going to put the rent up. But now wait till you hear this for an absolute miracle. For some reason, I'm not sure why, and I just don't know what happened, but since April 2020, I had been overpaying my rent on a monthly basis, meaning that even though now my rent will go up, I have accrued that much in overspend that I'll be able to live here with the rent increase for the next year. That is crazy. And I definitely believe it's the result of prayer. There's no other explanation. That is just so weird. So weird that would happen, and it would all line up for the year that I get cancer. I have to go through treatment. I don't know how I would cope with having to move in the middle of that, and I just happen to have overpaid, and now it means that even though the rents went up, it'll not actually go up for me for another year. So that's a bit mental. Yeah, so that was the big thing that happened today. I feel a bit better than I did yesterday whenever I made my video, which you will have just watched a few seconds ago. I still feel very sick and stuff like that, but nowhere nearly as bad as I did. So I think, it was a mini flare up of my stomach issues. Mentally, on the other hand, though, I feel really low. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't feel like myself at all. I feel very isolated and alone. I need to get out of this house way more. I hardly ever go out. And obviously I've been trying to avoid, catching any germs or getting sick or anything like that. Because it'll obviously put a halt to any treatment and stuff, but at the same time I need to get out of this house. I feel like I may have went back to streaming a bit too early. I think I should have gave myself some more time. That's actually what I'm gonna start doing after I finish recording this video, is start my stream for the night. I know I'm only doing a couple of hours at a time, but I just don't feel mentally prepared in my mind to be any kind of entertainment for anybody to watch, I don't have much crack. And if you're not from Northern Ireland or Ireland and you don't know what that means, crack is humour and stuff. So I'm not that much fun at the minute. And I feel like I'm so glad to see everybody, whenever I do stream. I'm really, really thankful for the friends that I've made and the community that we've built. But at the same time, I'm just God, I just don't feel mentally capable enough for this at the minute, and you don't want to go on and be a miserable cow, because I have to remember people are on Twitch for escapism from their own lives. Everybody's going through stuff. They don't want to see me sitting like a whingy bitch. But I'm gonna stream tonight and tomorrow night, and then I usually my stream times are usually Tuesday to Saturday every week. I can't stream obviously next Tuesday because I have my big appointment. So I'll be streaming tonight, tomorrow, and then off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then more than likely back on Wednesday. But I need to give myself some time to try and sort my head out at some point here, because it's not great. I got another letter in the post today. It's for St. Patrick's Day, so the 17th of March. I have to go to physio, and basically the morning of my operation, whenever I was in hospital, they attached like, like the wee sticky pads they put on you as if you were going to have like a heart trace or something. Well, they done that, but it wasn't obviously a heart trace. It was some way of measuring mass or whatever in your body. It's basically like they were getting a baseline the morning of my operation, so they know what is normal and what's not. And then every 3 months, I have to go back in, and it's them checking whether lymphedema is setting in. And I'm worried about it because if I hold both my arms up like this, only straight up and look in a mirror, this arm definitely does look swollen and bigger than the other, and it isn't muscles. No. Because, well, there must be like ingrown muscles in that case because it's like going down the way. But yeah, it definitely is bigger than the other arm. I've done everything to the T, all the exercises. I've done everything I've been instructed to do to lessen my chances. So there's nothing more that I can do. If it is one of those things that I'm going to get, then I'm sure that they'll talk me through what they're going to do about it. But I can't physically do anything more to help myself in that regard. I'm like using my arm, all exercises. There's nothing more I can do. So I'm just going to try not to worry about it too much. I haven't had any injuries to this arm or anything. I'm very careful around my cat. Now, whenever I say that, she's not an aggressive cat at all. She's never bitten, never scrabbed, never done anything. But sometimes whenever you're holding her, if she sees a bird or something or out the window, she'll like dig her wee claws in. She's not trying to hurt you. She's sort of gripping onto you. And obviously I have to be very careful all down this side with injuries. So it's not like anything has happened. I do have this. There's a mic in the way. There's like this weird mystery bruise that I've gotten here, and it is so unbelievably painful, and I didn't do it on anything because it's so sore that I would have noticed, I don't know how that happened, and I don't know why I'm bringing it up now. We're talking about like how this arm feels, I suppose. But anyway, that's today's wee quick update. I will more than likely be back tomorrow, which will be a couple of seconds for you guys. But I'll more than likely be back tomorrow with another wee update. Probably not be anything big or anything like that, but we're just talking a wee bit more in depth about how I'm feeling at the minute. Again, guys, that was one thing that I wanted to ask. A big ask. I think I did ask yesterday. I can't remember. I was feeling too sick. But if you can think of any questions that I should be asking my team on Tuesday, please put it in the comments, because all I can think of is to ask them, is it going to be safe to have my booster jab in February? That's the only thing. I'm completely blank in my head of what to ask. So if you could help me out with questions, I would greatly appreciate it. But anyway, until the next wee bit in a second, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. So today is Sunday the 23rd of January, and I can't take myself seriously looking at my hair. It's a bloody mess. I didn't bother like doing it all week, as you guys have seen previously. And it's also bogging, aka bogging in Belfast in Northern Ireland means like dirty. It's like stinking. I've like bronzer and everything flipping in it. But yeah, so this is your reward if you've made it this far in this week's vlog. You get to see me in a state. So yesterday wasn't the best of days at all. I woke up and instantly knew it wasn't going to be a good one. I feel like depression was definitely starting to grip me and stuff yesterday. I didn't get out of bed all day, and then I forced myself up to get up and stream. On Saturdays, I do a stream for my subscribers on Twitch, and I've let them down so many times, like, until I came back to Twitch, that I don't want to do it anymore. So I just forced myself up. I didn't put a camera or anything on, and I just got on with the stream. I've, like, always dealt with depression for, like, a huge chunk of my adult life, and I'm lucky enough now that I know the signs of it coming in, so I can usually pull myself back from the edge of it. But I don't feel like I've really been able to do that. And anybody that's ever suffered from depression, I can't even tell you why. Obviously, like, everything that's been going on in my life recently hasn't been, the most swish of times. But I can't like pinpoint one thing that has just pushed me off the edge. It's like a culmination of everything. And I think that I'm like pretty exhausted, like mentally and physically. Um, I'm phoning the doctor tomorrow. I was meant to do it all week. I'll phone the doctor tomorrow and get him to refer me for counselling. And a friend, an old friend of mine from school, she hasn't personally been through cancer herself, but a very close family member of hers has. And I don't want to go into any details on it because it isn't my story to tell. But she was kind enough to reach out with a contact number for me for, I think it's a Macmillan counsellor, so I'm going to also ring them tomorrow and just get the ball rolling. I know that it takes with your GP a wee bit of time for referrals and stuff to go through, so I'm just thinking that if I use the contact number that she gave me, and then in the meantime, while I'm waiting on being referred, that will be good. I definitely need to do that because I just had no motivation for anything. I should have seen all this coming, you know what I mean? I hadn't done my hair all week. It's been a bloody mess all week. These are all telltale signs, you know, that you're in for a treat in the near future. So I should have known, but I just thought, well, I'm not lying whenever I say my arm, that side of my body was just too sore to hold straighteners and hair dryers and everything like that up. Um, but I should have seen that as a bit of a sign, and I didn't take it, so that's maybe in ship it. Um, I have my big appointment this Tuesday. I've mentioned that before, and I'll keep everybody up to date, and you'll find all the updates and stuff in next week's vlog. If you're wanting to like keep up day to day and stuff with wee things that are happening, if you check down in the description box, all my links for my socials are there, and I am pretty active on Twitter. I've already made the community aware that I'll not be streaming on Tuesday because a day out, like this appointment, they said it can be up to 4 hours, and a day out has me exhausted, so I'll probably have to come back and like go to bed for a while. But I'll hoping to be back on Wednesday. I don't know whether I went back to streaming too early or not. I feel a bit overwhelmed, and I know that getting back into your routine's good for me, but it's starting to like mentally affect me a bit. But again, I'm just like beating myself up over the fact that I did disappear for 2 months, and I don't want to let anybody down. I always feel the pressure of letting people down, and I know that everybody tells me it's fine, we totally understand, take whatever time you need. That doesn't help. It's like whenever you're worrying and someone comes and tells you, well, just don't worry about it. Yes, never thought of that. It just doesn't go away. But I'm gonna just play things by ear and do as much as I can when I can. I'm hoping that on Tuesday they don't spring this pick line on me. I hope it is just an appointment because I will have a meltdown. I'm really, really nervous about this, and it doesn't matter how many people tell me about it's not that bad, they'll numb me up first. It's not pain that I'm worried of, it's the sensation of feeling something wriggling up through my arm and into my chest will freak me out, so I'm gonna have to like insist on some form of sedation from them because I don't think that I'll tolerate it very well. And even with no pain, it's sensations like that that feel really alien to me, that freak me out, like terrify me. I hate smear tests for the same reason. Not because, you know, it's embarrassing and whatnot. I don't really care about that. It's more the whenever they're taking the swab, you can feel something weird happening, and it grosses me to the pit of my stomach out. So hopefully they'll be able to sedate me or something. But that is this week's vlog. I know it hasn't been the most exciting, but things are going to more than likely start ramping up again in the next couple of weeks. They said once I have this big appointment, then everything goes pretty quickly. That's why I'm worried, because they said the week before chemo starts, they'll put the pick line in. So I'm hoping that they don't like spring it on me on Tuesday that it's happening then. So, but again, that could even be a good thing because then I don't have time to build it up even more in my head. But things will start ramping up a week after the PIC line goes in, the chemo starts, and then I'll be able to keep you on top of all that. I do plan, someone actually said to me, whenever I'd asked for video suggestions, that I should do a day in the life of someone having chemo, you know, in the chemo place. I don't know what you would call it, the chemo section of the hospital. And I was planning on doing that. The only thing that will stop me is if you're not allowed to film there. But I'll ask them and tell them that, like, the reason that I'm making these videos is for awareness and stuff like that, and hopefully they'll see that I'm not trying to intrude or anything like that. I'm just trying to, like, educate and show you guys every step along the way, in case you're waiting on going for chemo, then you can see what it's like for yourselves. And also check yourselves. I feel like it doesn't matter whether you're a girl or a dude or non-binary. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a chest and everybody can get breast cancer. So I'm starting to feel like the amount of times to say this, like Bob Geldof, whenever, you know, that old clip that's always on, you know, like TV blooper shows and stuff like that, whenever everyone thought he told someone, just fucking donate. Well, that's how I feel with this. Just check yourself. It is so easy to do. It's so quick, easy, and it could save your life. And don't be worried about, well, I'm scared to check in case I find something and then I hear something that I don't want to hear. I have always thought to myself that, like, if I have cancer, I don't want to know about it because it would be so scary. I am so glad that I do, now that I have it, because hopefully it's been caught early enough, and hopefully we'll get through all this treatment and it'll never be an issue for me again. But that's how I always used to think. Don't think like that. The quicker you can get on top of stuff like this, the better your outcome's gonna be. Just don't be scared. Just check yourself. Look at me as a cautionary tale. Like, I didn't realize how much I was dicing with my life at the time, and I was. But anyway, guys, until next Sunday, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. If you are new here, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, and then turn the notification bell to all, it would really, really help visibility for the video. And push it out to someone that might need to see it, who is currently stuck in the depths of hell with worry. I know how that feels. A lot of us here do. It's not nice. But until next week, guys, I love you all. Thank you all so much for your amazing comments. They mean the world to me, and I read every single one of them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you later. Bye!